Hi Sagittarius, so this is a big year for you. The nodes of the moon are going to officially touch your axes together with Gemini. This is going to be a year of relationships, of self-worth, and of finances. Hi guys, I'm Valerie Mesa. I'm an astrologer and I'm going to be talking to you about what 2020 has in store for you according to your zodiac sign. January. On January the 10th, Sagittarius, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Cancer, and this is going to touch your area of sex, intimacy, shared resources. It's going to shed light on your sex life, your joint ventures, debt, taxes, what needs to be reworked, what needs to be acknowledged. Lunar eclipses bring endings, and it could be emotional too. But more than anything, I want you to ask this to yourself, Sagittarius. Are you giving as much as you're getting, and are you getting as much as you're giving? And this could be financial, this could be spiritual, because you know, whoever you're with ultimately, intimately, can also be something spiritual, could be a spiritual exchange. So pay attention to that. Now, on the 12th of January, Saturn and Pluto are going to meet together in a conjunction in Capricorn. And this is going to touch your area of finances, self-worth. It's going to actually push you to the next level in terms of your current structures and themes revolving around the way that you spend money, your values, your entire value system. And this is something you've been working on for about 2 years now. So it's going to help you get to the bottom of the barrel in terms of who you are and how you could really make money. And are you spending money in the right places? Are you investing your energy and finances in general in the right areas? So pay attention to that. March. So on March 22nd, Saturn is going to enter Aquarius, but it's only going to enter Aquarius until July because it's going to go back into your financial sector. And then in December, it's going to be there until 2023. But this is going to help you master your communication style. If you're studying something, if you're, learning something new, this is going to help you level up in terms of your intellectual skills. It's going to give you new ways of thinking, innovation, technology. Maybe some of you guys are going to take courses and maybe start a new website. This is going to be really cool. So hang in there. April. Now on April the 4th, Jupiter will meet with Pluto in Capricorn in your financial sector. Now this is going to happen 3 times in the year, in June and in November. And this is going to give you a nice little boost of opportunity and power and confidence in terms of your money. Maybe you come across a big investment that you want to make. Maybe you decide to take on a second job that's going to give you, more money. No Sagittarius wants to work in their life ever, but you never know. You got to do what you got to do, right? Whatever you do, make sure that you do that before Venus goes retrograde. With Saturn entering Aquarius for that little bit of time, it kind of reminded me of Gael Garcia and the statements he's been making about filmmaking and the way he's been communicating with the press. This area of your chart, Sagittarius, has everything to do with your voice and how you express that voice, your communication style. So this makes so much sense for Gael right now. May. Okay, Sagittarius, so Venus is going to retrograde in Gemini until June 25th. Now, this is a time for you to reevaluate your relationships, both personal and professional. But I will say this, try not to kick off any important relationship during this time or sign any contracts or anything related to finances or any makeovers either, because Venus is the planet of love and beauty during this time. But it's a good time to reflect, reassess, and revisit, the way that you are in relationships. Maybe you want to commit, doubtful because you guys don't commit, but maybe you want to, maybe you're thinking about it. Regardless, this is a time for you to do that. Now, on June 5th, there's going to be a lunar eclipse at 15 degrees in your sign. This is really powerful, Sagittarius. This lunar eclipses bring endings, but it's going to bring a culmination. It's going to bring 6 months of expansive energy related to this new decade, this new era that you're starting for yourself. What needs to be reworked? What needs to be readjusted? What needs to be let go in your life that no longer serves you? I'm not going to lie, this is going to be a big theme for you throughout the year in 2020, and it's going to go on for about 1.5 years. So start getting into it. Even if you're having trouble with it, you better get comfortable with it, Sagittarius. June. So on June 18th, Mercury is going to retrograde in Cancer until July 12th. Sagittarius, this is going to touch your area of intimate unions, of shared resources. This is a time to reflect and revisit themes related to your debt, finances, taxes, anything that's hidden, especially money, maybe a loan that you had to take out or something, a conversation that you typically wouldn't like to talk about, you need to have this conversation. Now, speaking of which, there's going to be a solar eclipse, which is going to give you a new beginning in this area of your chart on June 21st. And this is going to be a new beginning and a new chapter in terms of your sex life, your joint ventures, your shared resources. This is also very transformative energy. This area of your chart has everything to do with surrendering, about merging with another mind, body, and soul. Your favorite, except you loathe commitment. But again, these are things that you need to think about this year, Sagittarius. July. On July 5th, there's going to be a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and this is going to shake up your second house of finances. This is going to be a culmination because this is the very last eclipse in the Cancer Capricorn axis. Getting situated with your finances, your value system, your spending habits, deciding another way of making money, passive income perhaps. There's going to be a big theme for you this year, so pay attention. September. So September, Mars is going to retrograde in the area of your creative expression and your romance and love sector. Now, Mars is a planet of sex, of red hot passion. I'm telling you, there's a lot of sex for Sagittarius this year, apparently. Red hot passions, desire, the way that you take action. So one thing's for sure, avoid getting surgery during this time just because Mars has everything to do with blood. If you have no other choice, you gotta do what you gotta do, but I wouldn't do it if I were you. Things related to creativity, romantic affairs, desires, children. Where are you putting your energy, Sagittarius? Have you been giving too much of that energy that you could be using to create and to make money to someone that doesn't serve your highest interest? Think about that, because it kind of feels like that's what's happening for a lot of you. November. On November the 30th, there's going to be a lunar eclipse at 8 degrees Gemini, and once again, a culmination and an ending, something that needs to be reworked or adjusted in the area of your partnerships and one-on-one relationships. December. On December the 14th, there's going to be a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and this is gonna kind of be like a follow-up from that lunar eclipse, and it's gonna be a powerful new beginning for you and the way that you see life, and maybe perhaps the way that you want to go about life in this new decade, in this new era. This is a big, new beginning for you. Now on the 17th, Saturn officially enters Aquarius until 2023, Sagittarius. This is going to help you really focus on developing new skills, creating a solid, long-lasting voice, perhaps even in a social network. Maybe you make new contacts in your immediate circles, in your immediate environment. This is going to be powerful. Going back to school is also a big theme for you, so focus on that. So side note, Christina Aguilera is a Sagittarius and she just recently joined TikTok. That's major. I mean, talk about trendy. So I can't wait to see what happens to her in December 2020. I feel like she's kind of moving towards something bigger and innovative and better. On December the 19th, Jupiter is going to enter Aquarius, and this is going to bring luck and expansion to the area of your communication, things related to studying, obtaining skills once again. And then on the 21st, Jupiter is going to conjunct Saturn. Now, this is really, really powerful. Think about the way that you can use your voice to influence the world in a positive way and use your individuality to make a change in the world in a different Sagittarius. You know you could do it. Just want to let you guys know that these are general predictions for 2020 for all 12 zodiac signs. However, if you're looking for something more specific, feel free to follow my Instagram handle below. Send me your exact time, date, and location of birth so we can look at a more accurate assessment. But in the meantime, I'm wishing you all a fabulous 2020 with lots of blessing and prosperity. Bye.
Si se quieren...
Tengo un anuncio. Se tienen que suscribir.
Sí, por favor, suscríbanse.
Suscríbanse.
La verdad que si se quieren estar enterados de todo lo que está pasando en el mundo del entretenimiento...
Suscríbanse.
Ajá, suscríbanse.